everybody, and welcome back to Diamond Mama. As always, this is Ashley. Okay, first, I have two things to say before I get started. Number one, of course, like I say almost every single time now, I apologize for the video being so late. Until I get all of this pen stuff done and I get the time lapses done, I'm going to change the product review, or the diamond painting product reviews, from every weekend to at least, well, once a week. Instead of being once every weekend, I'll just say once every, through Monday through Sunday. Because until I can get things kind of back to normal, I'm just stressing to get something done that I know that it's not going to happen. So I'm sorry, I have a horrible headache. I drink energy drinks, those V8 energies, and if I don't drink them fast enough, I end up getting headaches. So but anyway, so that's that. Number two is I'm out of diamond paintings. What? I do have one, but I'm still waiting on 4 bags of diamonds to get here. So I thought about just doing the review anyway, knowing that I was 4 bags short, because when the seller sent me the painting, she said, like, she, you know, wrote on the paper that there's bags missing. I ran out of, you know, I ran out of my stock. Like, I will get them to you as soon as I order more. Here's when you can expect to get them, or when it's going to ship, or whatever. So I was kind of hoping to wait a couple of days into this week to see if I get them, but I haven't, and it's already Wednesday, and I don't want to prolong this video anymore, because even though I don't want to say that my videos will be every weekend, I'm still going to shoot for them. So yeah. Here soon, though, that diamond painting that I've been working on, the time lapse, you guys are about to get 4 videos in 1 week. Well, 5 considering the product review, because I had to cut the time lapse of the diamond painting time lapse from Diamond Art Club into 4 instead of 1 like I wanted to. So, but it's okay. So, because I am out of the diamond paintings and I want to wait until those other 4 bags come, I am going to make good on my promise about doing other art hobbies. Wow. All right. Ready? Alright. I think this is pronounced Golden Panno Official Store, but I'm not quite sure. I'll put it in the description below, the link, so if you guys want to check it out, it's there. The name of it, I don't know if it's actually the name, because it doesn't go with the picture at all. At least I don't think so, unless Panno, I think is how you say that, means whatever the picture is, and I'm just clueless, so I don't know. But the name of it is Golden Panno, I think. It's a 25 by 19 centimeters. There are 21 bags of beads. The work area is a partial, and I'll save that last because then it'll give it away. I ordered it July 5th, shipped July 5th and I got it July 18th, so it only took 14 days. This was new and I've never done one of these before, so I was super excited to try it. It literally felt like this thing took 6 months to get to me. Like, it was ridiculous. Super ridiculous. But the brand of this is DIY Cross Stitch. And then it's got like the slash mark, and then it says DMC Cross Stitch. This is not a cross stitch. This is a beaded cross stitch. And I have in my notes right here that if you go to search just DMC cross stitch or DIY cross stitch, you're going to get cross stitches with 0 beads. So the only way that I have found them is to write or type in or whatever beaded cross stitch, and even then I had a hard time finding them. I found a couple of small ones. I found a few full ones on Amazon that weren't bad in price. I also found a few full ones on AliExpress that weren't bad when it come to the price, but I just wasn't crazy about the pictures. There is one, however, and I cannot pronounce the YouTuber's name to save my life, so I will just put her link in the description, and then the beaded cross stitch. Wow, I hope I don't keep doing that. This video is going to take forever if so. Kids, quit. My dogs. But yeah, so there is one that I'm absolutely 100% crazy about, and I love it and I want it so much, but when I think about it, I just get all brokenhearted because there's no way that I will ever be able to afford this or that beaded cross stitch. And even if I did have the money for it, I really couldn't see me and my husband coming to an agreement about spending that much money on something like that. Like, he definitely supports everything that I do, but he's just, I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it because he's amazing. Like, he's so supportive, and now that I think about it, I really feel like if we ever did have the money for it, that he'd be like, you know, babe, it's your money. You do what you want to do. But, so really, I think it's me. I just don't think that I could ever spend that much on something like that. I spent like $34 on a cross stitch the other day, and it literally took me like 2 months to talk myself into something that was just $34. Something that's a little bit higher in price, I just don't think I could do it. But I really, really want it. It's a beaded cross stitch, but it's full and it's freaking huge. And I want it so bad, but I'm going to stop talking about it because then I'm just going to cry. Alright, so shipping obviously is definitely 5 stars because it only took 14 days. And the packing, because it's just cloth, string, and beads, there's really nothing that could get like damaged. So is what they did was they took like a bubble wrap and they made like a pocket to where the whole thing was bubble wrap from front, back, side to sides, all of it. And then they put it in that trash bag material. So I have to give 5 stars to the packing as well, just because there's, you know, really nothing that could have gotten badly damaged. So 5 stars for shipping and packing to that place. Ugh, my hair is falling out everywhere. My dogs are nuts. They're worse than kids. Okay, so first part is the string. Okay, so I was playing with this last night because, well, I was actually making the video of this yesterday, but I had both of these nutcases plus my son that was up and running around while I was trying to make the video, and it was an absolute disaster. I totally did the video at the wrong time. My son was tired, he wasn't having it. Like, it was going to be a bad video. So I waited until he was taking a nap, and yeah, so that's where he is right now. And then my husband's at work, and usually I do these when he's home so he can take Jackson and one of the dogs. But I didn't want to wait, so I'm making it now. But last night when I was doing the string, it was absolutely everywhere. Like, when I was doing the pulling thing, I pulled out like 20 strands just because I didn't have them all right. When I got this, hey, don't chew on that. That's his collar. You're gonna chew it off. But when I got this, it was just like tied, not tightly obviously, but it was just like in a loose knot, and that's fine. But the more I get into my sewing box, which is not the flower one but the gray one, it tends to get a little messed up. So if anybody has any idea on how I can store this without it being all crazy, let me know. Please, please, please let me know. I like this string. It's definitely not floss, but I feel like floss would definitely be easier than it would be with this. And when I got this, I had zero idea how to do a beaded cross stitch, so of course I turned to YouTube and looked, and I found all kinds of beaded cross stitch videos, but none using this. So I'm literally just sewing on this picture like an actual cross stitch. But there's another problem that I ran into on it, and I will tell you guys about that when I get there. But basically, bottom line, I have zero idea what I am doing when it comes to this. So if any of you guys have done these and you guys have like fabulous tips and tricks, please pass them on to me because I am lost. Super lost. I am giving 5 stars for this material because they gave me a lot for just the small picture that it is. I really feel like I will have enough. Plus they're super long. I haven't got very far on it at all, and I started it, yeah, probably about the middle end of July. I got it on the 18th, but I remember it was a couple of days before I actually got it out and started working on it. But I haven't got very far on it at all because I don't have time to work on it, but I'm still on the same piece of string, and I've got maybe a little bit more than half of the corner done. So yeah, I'm almost out of string though. It's still gonna last me a while though. So yes, 5 stars on the string. And if I ever run out, all I have to do is just go to the store and buy fishing wire or fishing string, because that's literally, I think that's what it is. But I don't know. Like, that's pretty much how I have it tied all the time. But it doesn't stay like that. So, if anybody else has any ideas on how to store this, let me know. Beads. Okay, so I fell in love with these beads. I fell in love with the color. I fell in love with the size. I don't know why I fell in love with these beads. Seed beads, I think. I'm pretty sure they're seed beads. So I got on AliExpress and I was looking up something. I can't even remember what I was trying to look for. And I came across, no, I was on Wish and I came across these. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, look how cute and how many. So I almost bought beads, and or the seed beads, and I thought, like, okay, you know, there's a lot of colors. I was like, there's no way that I'm going to be able to buy all of these colors. I was like, I don't even know how I would even store them, let alone what I would do with them. So then I thought, because I'm crazy like that, that I will just get the multicolor and the multicolored seed beads, and then I'll just separate them, and I'll just keep doing that until I have a decent amount of each color. And I would, because my OCD just does that to me. I can't have things mixed. I don't know why. It drives me nuts, trust me. So yeah, but I talked myself out of it because there's no reason for me to have them. I don't know what I would do with them. If there's ever came a time to where I was like, yeah, you know, I could use those for that, then I would get them. But until then, there's no reason for me to have them. It says 21 colors. And they are all here. Once I get them laid out, I will show all of you all of the colors, because they're so pretty. Obviously, blue being my favorite color, they're my favorite, but the greens, I'm in love with the greens in this. I really am. Some of the browns, too. If I can pick it up. Like, here's 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4. I love those colors, especially 3. And then in 5, 6, and 7. Eight through 11. 12 and 13, my favorites, 14 through 16, especially that one, I love it. 17 through 20. I don't know if you guys can tell, but these two beads have 2 different colors in them, which I thought was really neat, especially this one because it's brown and green. This one's brown and light green, or dark and light green. Oops. Oh, this one is too, 19. It's the same as 18. Oh, that is different. Hardly, but different. And then 21. So, obviously 5 stars for all the beads being here, which is always a good thing. And here she is. My son decided he wanted to have a donut or chocolate or something on his fingers. I can't remember. And touch my canvas. but that'll all be gone whenever it's done. But here's the picture. It's going to be super pretty when it's done. That's all that I've gotten done so far. Which it is. It's going to be really neat when it's done. It's just going to take me a very long time. Okay, so one of the things that I do not like about this whole package is the fact that it did not come with directions. When I realized that it didn't come with directions, the first thing I did was go to the order page and see if maybe the directions were on there. Then I went to the feedback thinking that, you know, okay, maybe somebody will say something to kind of give me a general idea of what I'm supposed to do. Couldn't find anything on there either, so I resorted to YouTube, but I couldn't find anything like this. The only thing that I really found was actual cross stitches with beads added to them. Like I said, every single video I found, and I've probably found 20 videos, none of them used the fishing wire string or whatever you want to call it. So I'm absolutely clueless to actually how to do this. I'm just guessing at this point. The reason why I got so confused with this is because, like right here, you got your black dots, which they make a square, so of course I'm assuming that that is where your bead would go, in between the 4 black dots. But down here there's no dots, but clearly that is something that is supposed to have beads on it, because if it didn't, then it would look more realistic like the pattern does. Because right here you can see the grass, but then there's just places to mark where the beads are supposed to go, but no black dots. Same with right here. You can see the grass and the trees. Yeah. You see the grass, the trees, but then one of the flower petals or the little flowers or whatever, there's no black dots in this whole thing. They have some on the outer edge and up here, but this one, but none, like all of right here. They do have this one single black dot right here in the middle, which messes me up because I have zero idea what that's supposed to mean. The only thing that I can really think of is that maybe I'm supposed to work side to side or up and down, and then wherever there is not the black dots, I'm just supposed to put the beads on there and then string the string from, like, say here. Oh wait, let me see here. Okay, here's the black dot right there, and then all up here is none until right there. I don't know if I'm supposed to put like 2 or 3 beads right there, 2 beads or 1 right there, plus another 2, and then hook it. Come in through the fabric, put your beads on, and then go back in all the way up there. I couldn't see it going like that just because of the way that the beads are, with being fastened from one corner to the next. They're not going nowhere. Like they're staying right there. But if I were to just make a chain of beads and then fasten them down, I feel like they would, you'd be able to push them up, you'd be able to push them down, like you wouldn't be able to do that and then nothing moves. So that is my issue. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do about that. The way that I've been doing it is I'm making my own black dots. When there's not any dots there, I'm just guessing about where they would be and then just sewing it that way. Yeah, I have no idea if that's right or not. If any of you guys know the correct way to do this, please let me know. And if that is, you know, the actual way to do it, then obviously I would have to start all over again, but I won't care. Because if that's the way that you're supposed to be, or if that's the way it's supposed to be done, then it needs to be done that way. Other than that, I'm giving this 5 stars just because it's very easy to read. You do have to kind of look a little bit, but really that's my fault. I'm getting this one as my first one. Down here is your color code, and as you can see, the greens are very similar. And then you go over here, and then you have to try to figure out, like, trying to get it in the light, like that's a green. I think those are different colored greens. This is a different color green. Hold on. Yeah. Just in this little area right here with the greens, there's 3 different bead colors that need to go in there. So it gets kind of difficult to figure out what color is which, because it's just a shade that you have to kind of go on. I think I pretty much have everything down now. The pinks concern me a little bit too. See, I got 11 and 12. Or, yeah, 11, 12, and 13. 9 and 10 are going to be really hard. Okay. Wait. Hold on. My shadow's getting in the way. The 2 that are below my fingernail, this one and this one, are 9 and 10. Those are going to be super hard. Way hard. Just because of the fact that, I mean, I do have a light, and using the light, it definitely makes a huge difference. I didn't have this before, so therefore it was like really hard to see. But with my light, it definitely helps. So, I am going to give everything overall, this place right here, 5 stars for this project. I do love it. I can't wait to finish it. It's going to take forever, but I'll get it. Next, this did not come with the package. I bought this separate on Amazon. It is a sticky bead mat, or tacky bob. It's for beads, jewelry, anything. This one is dirty because I dropped it several times, so it's got dirt and dog hair and dust and everything else that's normally on your carpet. This thing is awesome. It's sticky right here. You peel that off, it's sticky in the back, so that way once you place it, it's there, it ain't moving. Cleaning, you just take this, run it under warm water, and lay it out to dry, probably overnight or something. Once it's done drying, it's like brand new. Okay, so I am going to demonstrate how this works in the bead thing, but I have to figure out where I'm at. Okay. So I need 2 16s and a 15. Whew. my favorite colors. Nope, I only need one of you. No. It is going to be a day. If I am already this disoriented. So 115 and 2 16s. I honestly thought about getting something else to hold these beads in except for these bags, because the more I get in and out of them, the more they're doing things like that, and it's just getting harder and harder to do it. I don't know, the next time I go to the store, which is going to be on a weekend, because since the old man works all day, every day, except for Saturday and Sundays, sometimes he even works on Saturday, I am stuck in the house because I don't have my license. And it's all because I'm scared to drive. Well, I was scared to drive. I didn't know how to drive until like a year ago. And I'm almost 30 years old. Okay, so once you have your beads picked out, these are 3 that don't have black dots, so therefore I'm just going to have to figure it out. But I already came up through my paper thing. Oh yeah. I've never done this before, and since my mat is dirty, I don't know if it's going to hold. But when it's clean, I know it'll hold. But you got your beads. Voila. They stick. And this one's dirty. Like, I was legit worried that they weren't going to stay. But they did. So that way when you're doing a bead project, you don't have to chase your beads everywhere. They're right here. They stay in place. But you just take your needle, hook your bead. Also, anybody that's cross-stitched, I'm just knew it from just watching other people. But when you get a cross stitch with fabric, they give you a blunt needle, and that just means that the top is not pointy. So that way when you're sewing, you don't stab your finger, and trust me, it happens. This one is not a blunt needle, but it's not sharp either. I'm actually thinking about getting a sharper needle because I have a pack of them, and thinking maybe it would be better because this is solid fabric. There's no holes in it. But yeah, I don't know. I might try it and see how it works. Whoops. Dropped the bag of beads. Okay, so yeah. It's not gonna work. This is the one that I just put on. The blue one. But, I mean, as long as I'm doing it right, then it's pretty much, just like cross stitch. You just figure out where oh my goodness. It's so hard when there's not a black dot there. That'll work. You just figure out where your beads are gonna go, and then hook your bead onto your string, and then sew. And it's pretty easy, actually. I enjoy it. I think this cross stitch, I mean, it's very, very relaxing. I've always wanted to do and get cross stitches and get into them. I've always seen people do them. They seemed really fun. I just never really knew exactly what I was doing, so I just kind of steered clear of it. And then I had gotten one a couple of months back from Walmart, and I was like, oh, well, you know, this is a cute little small one. I'll get this to start out with. It's hard. Like, I didn't notice before until the other day. Friday, actually, is when I noticed that it's got French knots and back lines and everything. Definitely not a good starter cross stitch. I did get another one from Amazon. That is a good starter because it's just cross stitches. There's no extra nothing. And then with the next thing that I like to do before I stop doing this is to find out where my next bead is going to go. That'll work. Where my next bead's gonna go. Pull the string up to make sure that the beads that I just put on there are tight. Don't pull too tight or you're gonna break your string. But those are the 3 that I just put on. So yeah, it's a fun little project. It's gonna take me a millennia to do, but it's fun. So yeah, I definitely am giving this 5 stars. I like the pictures that they got. I like the fact that everything is here, and if you know what you're doing, pretty self-explanatory, I would guess. If you don't know what you're doing though, however, I feel like they should have gave directions. So that's really my only complaint for this, is the fact that there were no directions. These little frillies on the sides of these drive me nuts. And I know once they start, you're never going to get rid of them because they're just always going to keep coming. But it's like once I see them, I have to cut them off, or that's all I see. It's absolutely ridiculous. Next thing that I want to talk about is pins. I have over 20 orders that are done and ready to go out. However, I have enough pins to do 2 more orders, and that's it. I am completely out of pins. I just ordered some last night because I didn't realize that I was that close to being out until it was already too late. So I need more pins. I ordered 50 pins last night, but honestly, I don't know how long those will even last either. So they are going to take a while. I did, however, make sure to make the orders of the people that paid. So those orders are done. They're not sent out yet, unfortunately, because since I don't drive and my husband works every day, Monday through Friday, he leaves here at 5:30 in the morning, and he doesn't get back home until anywhere between 5 and 6, I would say. And the post office closes at 5. So I don't have a way to the post office. Both of my parents work, so that is another reason. Honestly, I am trying to find out how much or how many stamps that I would have to have on each one of the packages to just send them from my mailbox. But I talked to Kevin today, and I think he's going to send them out for me through his work. He's going to see if he can do that today. So if that can be arranged, then hopefully tomorrow or Friday they'll be going out. I do want to apologize. I know that it's almost been a month. I introduced these pens September 6th. So I understand that it's almost been a month, and I am so truly sorry that it is taking me so long to do this. They're done. You can't see because my chair. Still can't see because of the table. All those yellow envelopes, there's over 20, are addressed and ready. They just need to be taken to a post office to get dropped off. But yeah, so I will get to it and figure out a way somehow. I'm not quite sure how exactly, but there's a few different plans in the making, and one of them has to work. If not, then I'll just have to walk to Greenville, which I'd have to leave here and oh my god, it'd take me like 8 hours to walk there. But yeah, so that is pretty much it for this video. I do want to make another video here within like the next couple of days about another craft that's not diamond painting. And I'm also excited to announce that I am going to be doing my first diamond painting haul video. I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, I have 6 diamond paintings coming here in the next, I'll say anywhere between 15 to 25 days. So, yay! I will be doing my first ever diamond painting haul, because usually I can only afford to order one and then do the product review, order another one, do another product review. But this time I had to plan ahead because I keep running out, and that's not good. So yeah, alrighty, that is it for this video. If you're new, I hope you enjoyed. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell at the bottom, so that way you get the notifications when I post, when I actually have time to post, because I'm freaking crazy and take on too much. If you like it, thumbs down. If you hate it, if you like it, thumbs up. If you hate it, thumbs down. Whatever, it doesn't bother me. You watched my video. If you have to give it a thumbs down, you still watched it. Anyway, so, yes, I love all of you diamonds. You guys are absolutely fabulous. I wouldn't be here without you. I love being here. And we're truly a family. You guys have proven that beyond the stars. You guys are, or we are truly a family, and I absolutely love it. I couldn't have asked for more. Till next time, I love you guys. Bye.